Hey everyone, so this is a photography lighting video. No, anyways, hopefully you'll like this one. This is about, again, lighting. It's an LED system that I bought and have been recently trying. Been holding off on doing a video a little bit after I get a little more practice. But it's the CN-600SA model. And it's a larger LED light system that I use for photography, of course, or video. And I have been using it on some of my recent YouTube videos. The reason why I bought it is I wanted a little more even lighting than what I had been using. Even by meaning less shadows, more powerful, that kind of thing. So what I have been using on most of my videos is this little one on top of my camera that I use. Okay, so this is my normal setup, tripod, 5D LED light with the Sony battery that I had that I can recharge. And this is the CN-160, and you can get this one between $35 and $45 off of Amazon, those different places. It has an on-off switch on the side and has some pretty powerful light. You can see that I'm shooting with pictures of some knives, and it's a little dark in the back and a little in the front. I'm also holding a flashlight in my left hand towards the ceiling to provide a little bit more light since I'm shooting with my iPhone here. But anyway, so it's good, but I'm about arm's length away, and there's a little bit of fall off in light. Very good light. I recommend it if you're just getting started. Check this one out. But I wanted a little more power, so let me shut off this one. And I would say this is a big jump. This is you have to have a light stand basically, and that's a typical photographer's light stand. I had one for a strobe flash that I use, and then if you have one of those, you're good to go. Otherwise, you can probably find one for less than $40 to $50. And it comes, just in a nice box. I got this off of Amazon. No affiliation. I'm not trying to make any money off of Amazon or anything like that. Just sharing what I've learned. And what I wanted when I was looking is obviously more power for the LED. And two was it needed to have a dimmer switch. So I wanted to be able to change the power, right? And then I wanted certainly quality and high recommendations and all that stuff. So this is what I got: 600 LED video light panel, studio photography with the dimmer switch, 15 volt output. Again, the model number is CN-600SA. This jumps up to around $240. So it is a big leap from the little one I showed you here. And it has some more detail here. It has some barn doors that you can use to open and shut and direct the light. Okay. It has different screens that you can put over the LEDs. Okay, so that's what the LEDs look like themselves. Okay. This is from a flashlight. You can, so it comes in this frame. You can direct it up, all the way up and all the way down. At least the light stand that I'm using, it screws on, but you can't turn it side to side very well because it screws into the mount. It has access to a remote control port right there, which I'm not using. You can put on a different battery for some more portable options. Of course, the power cord right there. The power cord comes with it. It has a fairly big, not a medium-sized block. The cord is maybe 8 to 10 feet long, decent size. I'm not having any problems with it pulling the light down. Okay, so then it also comes with additional LED or screens you can put in front of the LED to change the color or temperature depending on what you're shooting. You may want to offset the color a little bit, the color temperature, make sure skin tones are correct and all those things. My experience with this is that it's a little too extreme when I turn on the it's a little too extreme when I go to process the video, I'll say it that way. The skin tones and the colors just don't look right to me. You certainly can fix it. You can do some more edits, but I find that either an LED white like that is fine, or just if you use your dimmer, no cover at all. it won't get really hot. One of the advantages, if you're working with a lot of people, traditional photography lights can get real hot, uncomfortable, and these ones don't really do this. You're probably waiting for me to turn it on. So just the on switch back here. Okay, it's all the way down. This is going to be hard to see. Okay, this is all the way down. And let me direct it downwards towards the products. Okay, so that's, not a whole lot there. That's all the way down. Let's crank it up. Okay, the camera here is doing some adjustments with it, but it's compensating for the light a little bit. This is actually at full power. Let me try to show you another way here. The phone itself is compensating for the exposure, so it's not giving you a great view. So going like this. Okay, that's at full power, but I'm certain you can't tell. Low power, high power. Okay, so that's kind of what it functions as. It's really smooth, the transition, the light. I sometimes like to even crank it towards the ceiling for kind of a more balanced, even color, bounce lighting, as if you were to do with a flash. So that's at the ceiling. So how does it work, basically? Well, what's my opinion of it? I think it's pretty good. I think that overall, though, I was hoping for some more power. I have to say I'm a hair disappointed with the strength. Shooting people with it, it does provide some good light. I feel like you basically need two lights to have an even scene, as with anything else in photography and flashes, right? One light is often tricky to not have any shadows. I'll say it like that. So that part's not really specific of this light here, right? We have one source, you could have shadows. I would say that, again, it needs just a little bit more strength. That's at high right there, with no cover on it. Off, all the way at the bottom, all the way high. It's a bit hard to describe why I don't think it has enough power. And let me rephrase, it's not a bad product. For the price point, I think it's very good. If you're doing YouTube videos, if you're doing video, stationary video, I think it's good. I think if you're doing product shots like these knives, I think it's fine. If you're doing more with people, if you have a bigger room, I think you're going to feel a little disappointed. The problem with the wanting more power, more output, is that the next level up, I believe it's 900. They have a 900 and then 1000, and then I think a 1600 LED. The price jump to the next level is a lot. It's an extra $200, $250. So you're talking about a 240 light versus a $450 light, and for a little extra output. That kind of sucks. If it was, $50 more, maybe even $100 more, I would have just got the more stronger light. But this thing, with it being such a lower price, or difference in price between the next level up, it's really hard to justify. Even though I would like more power at that price point for the next level, I don't think it's worth it. So there's a little bit of dilemma there. Maybe the technology is just not quite there yet. I don't know, but something to think about. Again, a good light for product stuff, small room, stationary video. A little bit challenging when you get into shooting in bigger rooms. Video of people, especially more than one person, I think you're going to be challenged. If you're potentially smarter than I am, maybe it makes sense to buy two of these and fill the gap that way rather than buying a more expensive, more powerful light. Something to think about it. This is not a bad review. I like the product. The price point is, I think, good for the features. But it left me with wanting just a little bit more. So thanks. Let me know if you have any questions.